Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Strange, issue number 1, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. Now, mind you, this story is a continuation of the death of Doctor Strange, issues number 1 through 5. If you haven't followed up with that issue or you haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out, the playlist at the end of this video or the card on top of this video or the link in description if you wish to get caught up with the death of Doctor Strange, issues number 1 through 5. That being said, here's a quick summary. A few months ago, Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, was murdered. With this death, Earth's magic barrier fell and Earth was soon invaded by Keenans from different dimensions. In order to solve his own murder and stop the invasion, a young Stephen Strange was summoned from the past and was able to resurrect his older self. But even with the threat defeated and Earth safe again, Stephen's resurrection was only temporary. But before joining the afterlife, he left his Eye of Agamotto and Cloak of Levitation to his true love, Clea, Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension. And then we begin this issue with Clea in the future battling the Harvestmen, who tells Clea, "You will not resurrect Dr. Stephen Strange." So Clea wakes up in the Sanctum Sanctorum that morning. In the past, knock, 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 with an obnoxious knock, she opens a door and it's Dr. Von Doom. And she's like, it's just you, Doom. What do you want? Just come in. I mean, I do have neighbors. I just can't have you sitting out there. So she offers him coffee with the intention that, hey, you know, the coffee of this dimension is tragic, but I'm certain you're used to it by now. So he declines. Suit yourself. I'll enjoy some of this horrible coffee from this dimension. Look, I'm a coffee person. You give me some out of bounds, out of this world coffee, I am okay with it. And sometimes, comment below, the best coffee I had was in a foreign country. Doom tells Clea this is not a courtesy visit. And with Strange gone or dead, I will attain the title of Sorcerer Supreme. I've come for the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation. Clea's like, you know, if you say so, whatever, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen. So Clea continues to tell Dr. Doom that the title of Sorcerer Supreme belonged to Stephen Strange, her husband, which makes it hers now. He's not having it, and he's like, that can't stand, and that won't stand. That's not how it works. And Clea's like, well, here I am. So he's like, you're mad, you're crazy. And she's like, look, I didn't ask for any of this, you know? And remember who you speak to. And so Dr. Doom was like, okay, this is absurd. I will not be spoken to in such a manner. So she one-ups the flex and says, and I will not be spoken to as such in my place of power. So whatever Doom does, she one-ups it and does it better. So Doom's like, okay, well, the Vishanti will hear about this. Oh, yes, go to the Vishanti, go and cry to them about it. By all means. Stephen fought the War of the Seven Spheres for the Vishanti, fought it for 5,000 years. Will they honor his dying wish? What do you think? Or will they acquiesce to your crying of Victor Von Doom? Victor Von Doom, who did nothing when the warlords invaded Earth, when the Peregrine Child and the three mothers ran across the world. I wonder who will they side over, me or you? So go and cry like a baby. So Doom leaves. He's like, well, this ain't the end of it. This will not be the end of me, witch. So she's cool with this. She enjoys her earthly coffee, which I really wonder what a interdimensional coffee tastes like. So Wong's like, is that Doom? Did he just leave? Yeah. You think he'll be back? Probably, but he won't be a problem. Oh, he will be a problem. So Wong turns out he is plastered from drinking so much because he's trying to deal with the mourning and the death of Doctor Strange. So Clea tells him, long story short, in this dialogue, hey, you know what? Let's go get some coffee. I need a proper dark roast dimension coffee. Come with me and I'll buy you some and we'll get our minds together. There's a goblin market nearby that you and I can go to. So during all this talking, all this goes to with Clea telling Wong, you see, we are going to bring Stephen Strange back. And Wong's like, okay, look, normally it is my duty to dissuade the Sorcerer Supreme from such ideas. Don't bother, says Clea. I am a foul time, Wong. I am not human. I never have been. My mother's a warlord. My uncle is a dreaded Dormammu. I have warlord blood in my veins. I want what is mine, and Stephen Strange is mine, and I will suffer no one, not even death, to take what belongs to me. And Wong's like, okay, well, if I can't stop you, we're just going to go with it. So what's next? And she's like, truly, I have no idea. I was just more worried about it'll take me longer to convince you how you were going to try to stop me. I will not lose. I got to get Doctor Strange back, but I have no idea. So they go open this door and they are in this plaza, in this dimension, this Shrouded Bazaar. And it's spectacular. And in this place, it's like warlords, demons, trolls, goblins, a supernatural half-world of New York. You know, they had anything that's not of this dimension in here. Who controls this place is not controlled by anyone but the vendors themselves. And people have tried to take over that place. The Kingpin tried his hand, but their magic was too tricky for him. The Hood even tried, but even he understood magic less than what he thought. And then the Blasphemy Cartel came around just the other day thinking we would fold, and we told them where to go in uncertain terms. So in other words, stick it up there. They'll not be back. And Wong's like, well, are you sure about that? Turns out it's a Blasphemy Cartel, and Nobody 23 engaged in an attack, and they come back more prepared because now they're warded against all magic, and they start shooting. Little do they know the Sorcerer Supreme Clea is there, and they're detecting massive occult power discharge and from their readings, and it's like, oh crap, the Sorcerer Supreme is here. But you know what? I think we're prepared for this. They're like, stay cool. We've trained for this. Engage. So she sees all these bullets flying at her. They're like, oh, silver, cold, iron, runes, scriven, lead. I'm sure this is very effective against witches and gutter masters, but I'm not that. So she says some word that I won't even try to pronounce in terms of a spell, and she unleashes a magic attack to them and just ricochets the bullets off of them. And Wong's like, by the Vishantikas now, Clea just murdered a couple people. So they use a Solomon grenade to launch at her. When the grenade explodes, it's this massive like demon just saying, I am free. But she's not fazed by it. She's done this before. She's a Sorcerer Supreme. So she tells her, I was binding demons to my soul while people were clicking rocks together in caves. This is nothing to me. So she binds a demon to her in the Eye of Akamoto, and she's like, yeah, this demon will serve me when I wish it to. So Nobody 23 asks for an immediate summoning, and he sees Clea coming down. Where are you going, little gangster, says Clea. Do not fear, Worm. I will allow your magic to summon you back to safety because I want you to tell whomever you report to about me that this place is under my protection. I am the Sorcerer Supreme, and I am the Warlord. So Nobody 23 goes back to his place. So Wong tells Clea, great work. I just don't know how you're going to plan on getting Dr. Stephen Strange back. They're drinking wine about it. And she tells it might just be simple. I mean, how many of Stephen's little friends, the Cape and the Masked Ones, the Avengers, have come back for the dead? Well, Wong's like, maybe all of them? She's like, can't you see? I mean, this can be done. I am not suggesting we sit on our hands and wait for Stephen Strange to come back. But in the event he does, this morning I cast a spell of passive detection. Call it a smoke detector, if you will. It stays in the place all over the city and alerts me if there are any surges of necromantic energy. So Wong's like, Clea, I think you're getting your hopes too high that are unrealistic. I mean, I can't argue with that. So Clea's like, okay, maybe we should, speak to those who have died in return and see if we can find something useful out of them. Wong challenges Clea more and more on her ideas, and she knows, okay, what's really bothering you, Wong? Wong tells her there was something familiar about the Blasphemy Cartel. They were surprisingly well equipped before you killed them all. Stephen would have never done it. She's like, well, I'm not Stephen, but they were killers. It was a kinder end than me sending them to the dark dimension forever. But Wong's like, but yeah, Clea, this is Earth. You may not be Dr. Stephen Strange, but you are the Sorcerer Supreme of this planet, and you must act like it. She's not keen to that, but Wong's like, wait a minute. The necromantic energy, is that your spell coming on? Is someone crossing into the land of the living? So Clea suits up, gets into her Sorcerer Supreme outfit, and she goes to investigate what this necromantic energy is all about. So as she flies to investigate and see what it's all about, it goes into this monologue of why she's incapable of accepting the death of Doctor Strange, that her instincts drive her mother to conquer, that compels her to subjugate it. So her love for a brilliant, beautiful, flawed man, a man who she knows loves her even in death. Circumstances brought us together and tore them apart time and time again. So as she sees his body emerging from the energy, she thinks it's Dr. Stephen Strange. But no, it is not. It is the Harvest Man with Thunderstrike. And that's where we end this issue of Strange, issue number 1. I thought this was a fun read. I mean, I just barely started getting back into comics about a year ago. And before that, I haven't read comics in over 30 years. So I thought this was fun. This is a great read. I didn't think that the Dr. Stephen Strange was going to stay dead. As a matter of fact, I thought he was going to come back to life and stay back to life in the Death of Doctor Strange issues number 1 through 5 at the end of the story. But no, this story is a continuation on from that. Once again, link in description or playlist at the end of this video if you wish to watch the Death of Doctor Strange review issue number 1 through 5 to get caught up on the story. But I thought this was fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. I know for me personally, I don't mind giving away the plot of the book at the beginning of this issue. Me personally, I might have waited till the middle or the end to do that, or issue number 2. But you know what you're getting. It's gonna happen. I mean, it happens in comics. Superheroes die, they come back, villains die, they find a way to eventually come back. So I'm curious to see where this story goes, and yeah, I will be doing more reviews of this issue. With that being said, Strange, issue number 1. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.